What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we have some Destiny news stuff to talk about, so just a quick update, and this is going to be about some of the content we're going to be seeing over the summer and going into September. Basically, Bungie have given us a brief roadmap update to the content and the changes we can expect to see in the game. So let's jump straight into it. Of course, Warmind has just launched. Chris Barrett said, now that Warmind has officially launched, we're ready to add some additional details to the upcoming roadmap. There are a lot of eagerly awaited updates that are scheduled to arrive in September, and we'll tell you more about those in the coming months, including our plan for Year 2 of Destiny 2. But this summer won't just be spent playing the waiting game, we'll be delivering the prestige modes that you've been waiting for, bringing back bounties, providing quality of life fixes, and more. In addition, we're launching a new seasonal event called the Solstice of Heroes, where Guardians will celebrate their accomplishments and of course earn sweet new rewards. So that's going to be pretty interesting, the Solstice of Heroes event. If we look at the roadmap right here, we can see July. We do have Solstice of Heroes. We'll have to wait for more details about exactly how that's going to work. But on top of this, we have bounties returning to the game. Expansion 1 and 2 Raid Lair prestige modes will launch, PC clan text chat, Year 1 triumphs, and more exotic armor sandbox changes. So Year 1 triumphs will also be interesting. Of course, if you remember back in Destiny 1, we did have the kind of record books that they gave us, and this would track, all of the kind of first year achievements for the game, and then you'd unlock various different rewards. They had the ability to even buy a shirt with the things that you completed in the game on it and stuff like that. And it's possible that that could in some way tie into the Solstice of Heroes seasonal event, because of course it does say that Guardians will celebrate their accomplishments and of course earn sweet new rewards. So that's going to be interesting. If you're a fan of raids as well, we will be getting those prestige raid layers. And then when it comes to exotic armor sandbox changes, presumably we will see some of that armor reworked. And I'm really hoping that we get those exotic masterworks for the armor pieces as well. But where they say more exotic armor sandbox changes, there is actually something to come before that. So there will be update 1.2.1, and this is called Rallies, and this is happening on May the 29th. So this is when the faction rally improvements will go live. So that's confirmation that Faction Rally is actually returning on May the 29th. There will be exotic armor sandbox changes, so that's the kind of first part that is speak about. The rest of it will be coming in July. And then there is another thing here, pretty interesting, called Crucible Labs. So Derek Carroll, design lead for PvP, said, I can already hear you asking, what is Crucible Labs? And I'm glad you want to know more. Update 1.2.1 will include a new feature intended to give you a peek behind the scenes and a louder voice in our creative process. Crucible Labs will give every player of Destiny 2 access to experimental PvP content. We'll then have a chance to solicit your feedback to guide our final iterations. You'll learn more about Labs before launch. For today, with it making an appearance on the roadmap, I wanted to give you a preview of our goals. More to come on this soon. So Crucible Labs is actually a sort of PTR of sorts where you will be testing upcoming content, upcoming potential sandbox changes. This is very, very interesting, and it's really positive to see that in the game. It's going to be very interesting to see exactly how the conversation will go, moving forward, being able to actually give feedback to Bungie about content before it launches officially. This is potentially really, really huge. Like they say, we will get more details about it soon. Of course, it is a PvP specific thing. I imagine it's considerably easier to do that in PvP. Otherwise, you'd have, an entire alternate version of the game loaded. But I think this is really important, guys, and I think it could be very valuable for the game. So let me know what you think about that below. So just to give a roundup of the upcoming updates, on May the 29th, faction rallies will be returning with various improvements. We'll learn more about those soon. We'll be getting Crucible Labs, which is a new kind of test environment for future content and updates, and the first batch of armor sandbox changes. July will see a new summer event called Solstice of Heroes. We've got to learn more about that soon. Prestige modes for both of the raid lairs, PC clan chat, Year 1 triumphs, and more exotic sandbox changes for armor. September will bring gear collections. As well as this, we've got records, weapon slot changes, weapon randomization, new gameplay modes, and more yet to be revealed. So those slot changes are, potentially things like switching around some of these special and the heavy weapons. Randomization, they have already said, will include perk randomization of some sort or stat randomization, and this will be combined with the new mod system that they're bringing in. Of course, the gameplay mode probably is going to be some of the content that people spoke about from the Bungie Summit. One final thing to mention here would be something interesting which has appeared on Bungie.net, and this was sent to me by my pal Bezio on Twitter, so I appreciate appreciate that. We can see this page here called Arms Week. This is a kind of incomplete page, but we can see that there are various different objectives. Train with limitations and a real fight will set you free. Your arsenal is restricted for a greater challenge. Use the prescribed loadout, but let no other constraints stop your rampage. We can also see Arms Week Nightfall. The Prospector shut down the operations of an ironmonger providing weapons to the Red Legion. There is Arms Week Hardlight. Delve deep into the hive-infested arcology in search of missing fire teams. Then we've got Rat King, and Arms Week Strikes launches a random Destiny 2 or Curse of Osiris strike requiring a special weapon loadout. So that's pretty interesting. Don't know exactly what that's going to mean, but it's potentially some kind of new event. Presumably that will unlock some interesting new rewards. Let me know what you guys think this could be below. But anyway, guys, that is the brief roadmap update. Of course, we've still got more Warmind to come. We've got a few more weekly resets. We've got to finish some exotic quests. And then faction rallies in a couple of weeks will be interesting. Really hoping those improvements will be significant. But let me know your thoughts below. Let me know if any of this stuff sounds exciting and if you're looking forward to it. If you have enjoyed this video though, a like is very much appreciated below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see more Destiny 2 content. For now though, I will catch you guys very soon.